following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. I don't know what is happening right now. Caesar is making weird faces. Mookie's changing clothes. It's already a shit show. We were just starting. I'm Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling tonight, man?
Better than last week. Let's do this.
All right, good. Glad to hear it, man.
I'm on vacation, so you'll have to excuse me. Like, I don't have to work, so it's like everything's great right now.
So you've basically been drinking since like noon, ready to go, fired up.
More or less.
Fantastic. I'm so jealous of you right now. Oh, I'm so jealous. Because I go on vacation tomorrow, which means today was just hell at work, just nonstop meetings.
Oh, yeah. That last day.
Oh, it was awful. So I'm ready to get hammered tonight, Scott.
Let's go, baby. Let's do this.
Speaking of hammered, there's Mookie. Mookie, how you doing, man? What is that Big Lebowski looking shirt that you just put on?
That's literally what it is. It's the dude's sweater that he wears, but it's like a quarter zip fleece thing. So surprising to nobody. What's that?
So it's not the one he wore because he didn't wear.
It is not. It is not because surprising to nobody, there was this night where I bought 5 different versions on Amazon trying to find out which one was most dude-like and also comfortable. And this is what survived. So thank you, China, for your quality manufacturing. But the dude abides. And I just hope that one day I'll be on here and not look fucking just red for my camera. Yeah.
There's always next week, Mookie. There's always next week.
It'll be here eventually. That's true.
Returning this week after being off last week, intern Caesar. Caesar, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing good.
Hat. Well, yeah.
It's a good time. We're up damn near 20 at half.
Shit, I knew I should have cashed that bet.
But it was a great time in Austin. I got a bunch of fancy beer and shit. So I don't have to drink fucking Modelos and Coronas, which is nothing wrong with that. Like, it's in my blood, right? But
it's cool if that's what you're into, man. There's nothing wrong with it. No judgment, right?
But
just don't say gay.
It was a fun time. It was a fun time. College baseball, to me, will forever be better than the MLB. So,
but we not better than Little League.
Stories because apparently you almost saw a fight.
No, I didn't almost see a fight. I saw a fight.
Saw a fight. All right, good. We're gonna have to hear about the fight at the Texas baseball game on a Tuesday night in April. You guys take your shit real serious down there, man.
Hey, but Mike,
I don't even know.
Mike, how you doing, man?
Oh,
about you? Like, I mean, look at that. Look at that fresh jersey. Look at that fresh top there.
Get the fuck off the cross. We need the wood.
What?
Nobody's ever asked. I'm here.
Wow.
Thanks,
wow. Only 2 weeks after Easter, Scott? You gonna be like that, huh? Damn.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we were starting the show with a whole bunch of martyrdom.
He is risen indeed, apparently, in Scott's household. Do you think it's this red chair that the light reflects off of?
I was just trying to make the joke that, nobody ever asked. But it did, now that you say that, it does sound...
Yeah.
So it backfired.
I see, but here's the problem.
You know why? Because I'm mad that I didn't say how you doing, and you were giving credit to Mookie. So I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm shitting on this right now. I'm gonna take both of them down at the same time.
It's been damn near 7 years. I don't know if you've ever asked how I'm doing on this show.
Oh, fuck off.
And tonight ain't gonna be the night either, Mike. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. And Scott, I want to hit a race card.
It's like when your wife is there and one of the family members, says some shit. It's like, you know what? Thank you for asking. All passive aggressive as fuck. Get the fuck out of here,
fucking
dude.
bullshit. Worst part is it doesn't go 2 ways.
I am great, everybody. I'm fantastic. Hashtag fade the Reds just keeps putting money in my pocket. And after a conversation with Matt Barr yesterday, or the other day, I am now fading the A's and also fading the Royals. So I'm going all in on these.
You know what it is?
And making money.
You know what that is, though, Mike? Right there, you took a page right out of the Woo's book, and you diversifying your bonds, motherfucker. That's what that is. You diversifying your bonds.
Hey, Mookie, Biscuit wants to know if you're drinking a White Russian.
No, because I use chocolate milk instead. So technically, it'd be a Black Russian.
Yes, it is. That's accurate. Matt Barr said you look like you're filming under a neon strip.
Man, I know, dude. Like I'm honestly, real talk.
I was thinking he was doing it under the fry warmer. That's what the fuck he looks like.
Right. I know.
Trying to stay crispy.
So, Caesar, if I say I'm trying to be like Kramer in the episode with Roy Rogers Chicken, does that mean anything to you?
No. The only Woo I knew was Pop Smoke, so RIP the Woo.
There you go. So you haven't seen the Chappelle skit where the Wu-Tang Clan has like a financial advisory firm or whatever?
I've seen like 3 Chappelle skits. The fucking draft,
obviously.
the Prince shit, and then
okay, let's move on before I get real upset because Caesar doesn't know enough about Chappelle's show. All right, let's move on.
But also the Wu-Tang.
Let's talk about these beers we're drinking.
Fantastic show coming up tonight. We got on the board tonight. We got stories about baseball. There's a lot of baseball stuff, everybody, but it's like baseball adjacent. So don't get all pissy in the comments about
yeah. And you whiners can get fucked anyway. It's not like we ever sit here and like break down stats or anything. Like it's always baseball. Just
but see, no, fuck this because I was at a work event earlier today and I was talking some shit about how they were doing a team building event at the Reds, and I was like, oh, well, make sure you cheer for them to lose, and they're like, why? Because you got money on it, and I was like, you goddamn right. and then one of them goes, but I'll say I went to a game earlier this year, and man, that pitch clock, that's serious business. This is going to change the game. I said, you shut up right now. I don't want to hear about the fucking pitch clock anymore. I got to deal with enough of my boys as it is, and I'm still not watching.
Sorry, Mookie, because we got pitch clock stories tonight. I'm gonna find a pitch clock story every week at this point.
Yes. Well, you're gonna at least find one from 2022 if you do.
That is true. It is guaranteed that it's somewhat fresh.
Did you guys hear the pitch clock is coming? They've been testing in the minor leagues for a couple of weeks now.
That's why I go pitch clock, because I know if it's an MLB pitch clock story, it's from this year. It's at least only a couple weeks old.
Hey, Scotty K, this one's for you. A second to get there, but you earned that one.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I don't like that Mookie has control of the board again over here. I'm not a fan of this. All right, so we got pitch clock stories. We also got some amazing baseball adjacent stories to talk about. We got to hear about this Hurts contract. Mookie was all fired up about that.
Woo, baby. Mike, I want to hear your take about Joey B too as a result. There's tie-ins here, bro.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about that. We're going to talk Draymond being a fucking douchebag. And then later on, I got some questions lined up, and Scott is going to do that hockey for the first time. Here we are, Stanley Cup playoffs, and Scott's going to do that hockey for the first time this
You know
season.
what, though? No, I'm going to call this shit out because this is some goddamn sexism right here because I don't know why you keep asking Scott about fucking hockey when my wife, Jenna, is the reigning champion of You Got Cronwalled IX. That's right. Absolutely brought home the trophy
IX,
this last
like
week.
Title IX?
Actually, that's
like
damn,
the
Caesar. Yeah, no, not at all. It's the 9th year, but holy shit, dude. That's like some deep level fucking shit. Thanks, bro. Yeah, won the Fantasy Hockey League title. So proud of her. Not even mad that she beat me in the semis because at least she brought it home to Cincinnati. Caesar, hey, bro.
I'm not married, though.
Hey, one bank account, one trophy shelf.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like
one bank account, one trophy shelf.
Her hardware is my hardware. Well, if she's going to spend my money, I'm going to claim her trophies.
I don't think that's how that works.
I'm going to try.
Thinking about it, yeah, that sounds kind of fair.
Let's talk about these beers that we are drinking, and we'll rate them on the scale. Would you bang your beer? Also, hit us up in the comments and let us know what you guys are drinking. Scott, what is in your mug this week, and would you bang it?
I am drinking a Pilsner out of St. Louis, Missouri. It's Fuck You, Kid Rock! Oh, got him! I don't care about the sexuality concerns of the beer companies. So I'm drinking Bud Light to support them and everybody because I'm about love, not hate. So get fucked if you're about anything else.
Wait a second. What an amazing sentence that was. I'm about love, not hate. Get fucked.
Hey, put that on a t-shirt. Craft Fruit Sports, we're about love, not hate. But you can get fucked.
We don't rainbow colors.
I will sign up for
happening.
that one.
It is happening. That
Mark
is going
it down.
Also, I'd bang the shit out of this Budweiser Light.
So wait, is that what it was? Is that what got Kid Rock all pissed at AB and Bev?
Yeah, because they have like rainbow-colored cans.
That's disappointing for Kid Rock because he represents the mitten, which I will never divorce myself from. Same thing with this beer tonight. I once again am going back to the One Punch Lager. Had it earlier, I think it was a month or so ago. It's still fucking solid, dude. Would absolutely bang it and would probably do it after we went to like a 16-bit or an arcade bar and just bang it out, watching Cartoon Network, drinking Mountain Dew, and then wake up and be like, yeah, that happened and she's real.
All right. Caesar, you said you picked up some fancy beers in Austin. What are you drinking?
Yeah, because I'm back to drinking this weird ass fuck shit that y'all drink. So I forgot you have to roll like fancy beers. So that's what I was doing right now. Since I missed last week, I decided to drink one of these nasty things in y'all's honor.
Is it Sierra Nevada?
No, of course it is. Made in Texas for Texans. Fuck.
Woo!
Made in Texas by Texans from Martin House Brewing Company in Fort Worth, Texas. It is called Big Country. It is a smoked pecan and vanilla stout. It is a 10% alky, and it's got a fucking sick can. It's got blue in it and mountains. And
that is going to be amazing. I'm just telling you right now, that is going to be an amazing beer.
It smells good for being a.
And Scott, you notice he pronounced it right?
What? What did he call it?
He said
The
pecan.
Oh, I thought he said ghosting again because I like it. When
Oh no!
Look at the reaction from Caesar.
Yeah,
he liked it. He liked it. He thought I was going to turn it.
Ooh.
No,
I don't like. This is it's strong beer, right? Because stouts are strong, but I mean it's a good strong.
It's thick.
I can
It's
tell
thick,
you.
bitch.
Yeah, it's good.
That's
I don't taste the vanilla or the pecan, but I mean it's good.
Pecan and not pecan.
But
Yeah,
the thing is,
he
like,
knows
I don't
what's up.
taste shit in beers in general unless it's like a sour.
Or
I don't
pennies.
taste shit in beers either unless I actually brew it with shit.
Mm.
Oh, my dad tells me that shit all the time. He's like, I know how shit tastes. Well, I was like, bro, you're 40. Like,
Well, first of all, I'm only 38.
No, not
Second
you,
of
my
all,
dad. My
your
dad.
dad's a wise man. I like his jokes. Moving on.
shout out
Nah,
to my tequila
motherfucker,
drinkers
stay
anyways.
away
Shout out
from
to my
numbers,
tequila
yo.
drinkers.
We ain't talking that middle-aged bullshit around here, Scott. Don't dip.
Mookie, did you?
I'm already on my second can of Bud Light on the show, baby.
Let's check the comments here. Robert Taylor said he's drinking Bottle Logic's Overkill is my love language and 8% ABV fruit sour ale with bilberry. What? Strawberry.
Bilberries taste like
It's probably
bilberries, bro.
Jillberry.
Good fuck and stick around. What's that, Caesar?
It's probably Jillberry because I got a Jillberry Red Bull. That's weird to say. A Jillberry Red Bull yesterday, so it might be Jillberry.
Could be still a weird berry that I don't know if we have in Ohio. Biscuit said he's about to win a case of Vanilla Coke Zero because of his Cubs. I don't know if he bet that or how that worked out, but congrats, Biscuit. Gabe said he's drinking. Shout out to Caesar. He's drinking Carolina tequila tonight. He said
Wrong
he's
tequila,
banging
but I support the tequila. Don't drink that tequila. You can drink Espolón, Centenario, Fortaleza, Don Julio 70. Those are my recommendations right there.
What about Don Julio?
Don Julio 70.
70?
It's a cheaper beer, and it tastes better than 1942, which is like the ones that the bottle girls come out with. It's
How
better than
about if it's a 70 but with the bottle girls? Is that like a double move? I think it's his fucking chair that turns me red, dude. Like
I don't know what it is, but it also makes your mustache look super pervy right now, Mookie.
yeah, I know.
Like you look like you need to stay away. Like, cause it looks like it's.
Okay.
All right, you keep playing around with that. Matt Barr is saying he's drinking from the brewery he works at. Wampus Cat Triple IPA, 10.1% ABV. Goodness gracious, from Strange Ways Brewing in Richmond. I went in on my day off to get some. That's That's fantastic. And then Biscuit said he's drinking sugar-free grape drink, needs cough syrup, but I would bang.
Wait, you're sipping the wok? You're on the wok? What a
I went, because we talked last
guy.
week about like those styles that you don't like except for like one beer. I went and got a style that I don't normally like, but there's just one that I just absolutely love, and that's Oberon's Oberon Ale from Bell's Brewing. It's a wheat ale. Tough for a wheat ale to be good, but this beer.
I know you hate on wheat ales, but Oberon's damn good.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. This is the one. Oberon.
No, I know.
Is the
I
one
Dude,
like
Oberon's the
ale.
fucking shit.
That's the only
Like,
one that I'm good with.
I think 312 is also solid. So I know I'm. I know I'm
It's
never
okay. I think the problem with 312 is I got too drunk on it in Chicago one time, and
Dude, that's unfortunate. There's a lot. You know what we need to do at some point is just target a city or something and just do beers from there. Like Chicago's got a lot of great beers. Traverse City, Michigan's got a lot of great beers. Apparently Austin, Texas has a lot of great beers. Like
we can't have those. Those are for Texans by Texans. We're not
Oh.
Texans, so we're not allowed to have those.
Well, but is there a different version that's made by Texans, not for Texans, though?
That's a great question. Caesar,
I
can
mean,
you dig into
I
that?
fucked up the motto every time. I think I fucked it up today. It's just made in Texas by Texans.
Oh, okay. That's
Made
better.
in Texas
It's not-
by Texans.
It's not the FUBU version for Texans, is what you're saying. That's good to know. Let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking tonight, whether or not you would bang it. Fellas, I am going to pull this up here. We got to share the screen. We got to get the wheel.
Before you spin
ready
the
to
wheel,
go.
I just got to come out and say I feel right now just like I did in the FC Cincinnati game.
Oh, so
We're-
pretty.
We're only 17 minutes in, and we got another 73 to go. This shit, my God, I'm never going to last.
That's a you problem. I last the whole 2 hours.
I mean, too, during these baseball games, there's no way I fall asleep now.
Spoken like a true Liverpool fan.
Yes, sir.
Let's spin the wheel, everybody. Oh, starting off, the wheel knows we love some football.
You totally should have put Hurts donut on there.
Hurts donut would have been good, Scott. That would have been a solid line.
Yeah, you need to start putting puns on the wheel. I feel like I think that. Hey, if you need help, I'll help you come up with some puns.
You know
on
what?
the wheel. I think it'd be fun.
And let's be honest, that's going to cater to our audience. Like, let's be honest about who listens to this show.
I don't give a
if
shit
we're-
about our audience. It's gonna cater to me because I like to giggle at stupid shit, and it'll work.
Well, can't argue with that, Scott. Sorry. Hey, get it.
Mookie, you were the one that was all excited to talk about Jalen Hurts' contract. It's what, 5 years, $233 million, like $173 million guaranteed. The man got paid. He is now officially the highest paid player in NFL history.
I just,
So
sorry.
that
I
is the
just,
correct reaction of what?
Well-
It's crazy. Jalen Hurts, the guy who last year they were like, I don't know, we might need to draft a quarterback. This year, highest paid player in NFL history. What the shit, man? They didn't even win the Super Bowl. Like
He wasn't even good enough to play for Alabama. What the fuck is happening?
No, what
What is
well,
happening?
well, hold on. Now, Scott, that's a terrible argument because as we've all seen recently, Alabama ain't no good. Like, when's the last time they won a national title, right? Like, they're
But
no
still,
Georgia.
you know what I'm saying.
3 years ago.
Yeah, like he had to transfer
Caesar,
Oklahoma because
God
Nick
damn it.
Saban was like, "You're not good enough now." He's the highest paid player in the NFL. What?
Bro,
Well,
that's how salary
because
caps
Scott,
go.
he got over there with the QB whisperer and just won the Heisman and just became one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever live because apparently all Lincoln Riley does is bring in cast-offs and turn them into Heisman Trophy winners. I don't know how the man does it. And then
Although I'm
Heisman
putting that
also-
feather in my cap.
But you know
if
what?
I'm him.
But Mike, you know what he also doesn't do? Win titles. So fuck that guy. Him and his whisper stuff. No,
Yeah, well,
I
I'm
didn't
still
want to
sitting
get.
in a kid's living room like I got the highest paid NFL quarterback of all time.
No, not
He
just
played
that.
for me.
He's got
No.
K1.
No. Fuck this. I bring it back to me,
K1
Mike. I'm taking
Baker,
control of my topic.
right,
This is
Caesar.
my topic. I brought this up. I did the research to present this topic to the group, so
Oh,
I'm
this
going
oughta
to lead
be
off
good.
with it. Yeah.
By the way, hang on real quick before you do. Jared said they just wrapped up Corner Booth's 250th episode. Glad to get dinner with you all watching Young Goods. Way to go, Jared. Congrats on
250 episode.
That's some dedication.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Congratulations, brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I think the good news is they're hoping to break 1,000 views next week. So, attaboy, Jared. Appreciate you. Props. But one, Mike, I love that you did what every single sports announcer in either a buffer or a reset or a sports update would do is like, yeah, he signed for $230 million and about, or like 179 million guaranteed. It's like, dude, that's like an exact number. Like, I love how you're saying approximately to the decimal.
Well, it's not exactly 179 million. It's like 179,304,000 guaranteed or something crazy like that. Like, it is not exactly 179
but you still went to 4 significant figures, whatever. Anyways, you didn't need to overanalyze it. Way to ruin the joke. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
But
Did Mookie just tell me not to overanalyze something and ruin a joke?
Sure did.
Is that what just happened? The guy who is known for overanalyzing things and running bits into the ground just told me not to overanalyze something and ruin the joke.
Yes.
I think so.
So to the actual point of it, I originally sent the screen cap to the group chat as a joke. I was like, oh, hey, look, we're going to be talking about this instead of whatever Scott wanted to talk about. But then as I thought about it later, there's actually a lot to this. So one, he's setting the market right now, right, for guaranteed money, but then also annual value. Lamar is still out there. And so Lamar is looking at going, okay, well, so this kid that's a little bit younger than me signed it. Also notice he only signed for 5 years to try to get to that second deal after his rookie deal. So there's actually a lot to this that actually is going to play in more than we may originally think in terms of guaranteed money. This kind of puts some distance between the Deshaun Watson deal and then what Joey Burrow or Justin Herbert are going to try to get. And then again, like Caesar keeps saying, Lamar is still hanging out there trying to figure out his stuff. So this is like the first anchor point, if you will, and what's going to be an intriguing offseason for quarterbacks. And it's actually going to factor into a lot of franchises' plans and then division titles. So, like, again, Jared, yeah, I talked some shit earlier, but I can only imagine what he feels as a Philly fan, because if nothing else, at least you got your guy. And you're not stuck in this world of uncertainty, as about half of the league, if not more, is going to be for at least the next year.
I feel like the people who are most upset about this are the Bengals ownership group and the Chargers ownership group, because they needed to beat Philly to the punch here, because the fact that Philadelphia let Jalen Hurts reset the market to that price is insane. Like, the Bengals needed to lock up Joe Burrow. It was already bad enough battling the Deshaun Watson contract, but you can kind of explain that away with, well, it's Cleveland and, you know, he hasn't played for 2 years. Look how that's working out. And you might be able to wiggle around it with the player. You can't wiggle around this with what Jalen Hurts just said. This is the new level that now has to be met. And Joe Burrow is looking at this like, Jalen Hurts, like, I'm way better than Jalen Hurts. Like,
but I also, all right, so I ask you that, Mike. Like, so what was it? 230 over 5, 179 guaranteed, or about. So let's just give Joe Burrow $10 million on all of those numbers with the same length of contract. Are you, as a Bengal fans, happy with that? Like, is that a good deal in your mind for Joe Burrow?
You don't have a fucking choice.
No. I'm just but Scott.
If you had, it doesn't matter if you're comfortable with it. Like, you've got to sign him. You can't let him get away. You can't play games. You can't, franchise tag him, piss him off. You have to sign him. So guess what? Bengals fans are just going to have to be happy with whatever it is, because otherwise you're back in the same place you were 5 years ago.
But Scott, that's my point, is that, like, this number out of Jalen Hurts doesn't actually put that Bengals organization in that bad of a spot. Like, this isn't this could have been 20 mil AAV higher, and then the Bengals would be fucked. But I think this is actually a favorable number for the Bengals when it comes to Joe Burrow's negotiation.
I
got a fucking dog
Matt
here in my
Barr
mouth.
saying, I'm laughing about how pointless this segment is. It's not even soccer this time.
But here's the thing. This is all you're going to hear on the fucking sports talk networks right now, because nobody wants to talk about the NBA playoffs when the Lakers suck.
That's true.
Welcome to offseason football.
Bro, what are you talking about? The Lakers are what? Are you watching these playoffs?
Yeah, I'm not betting on them, so they suck.
Caesar, your face when Mookie said they suck was hilarious to me.
Okay, like, the NHL playoffs are better than the NBA playoffs, but not as many people watch hockey as they should. But my Celtics are in it, and we're probably going to win the title. So That's why I made that face.
Right.
Are you though?
I've been saying this since day one. But I have a question. Do you think
you wouldn't even put your eyebrows on it?
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't put fucking Texas and Xavier.
What would you put your eyebrows on?
I have a question.
Though?
Nothing. It took forever for them to grow.
What about Mexico's men's national team to beat Curaçao's women's national team?
Oh, yeah.
All right, there we go. Mike, we got to figure out how to work that matchup in.
Put those eyebrows on. That'd have been like your fucking mom. It would have got him good.
That also been great. Yeah.
Is Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert better than Lamar?
I would say so.
Damn.
I mean, look, I know Lamar's got the MVP, but I feel like Burrow. I think they're better.
How old is Lamar Jackson?
He's like 26.
That was good tap dancing by Mike there. He's like, I think they're better. He didn't want to break down. Why do you want to break down? Why do you think they're better than Lamar, Mike?
Because they're gym rats, obviously.
No. Yeah, well, yes. But why else is it that you think they're better than Lamar? Please, could you provide context to that statement?
Yes, please, Michael.
That's crazy. I just got it.
Mike, this is where you just say pass, bro. Come on, man.
Well, anyways, if you think they're better, and Lamar gets
I just wanted to point out the part where he started to go into it, and then he was just like, he realized the landmine he was stepping to. Instead of Mookie just going in head first, diving onto the landmine, Mike was like, "Oh, there's the landmine. Yeah, they're better. I just think they're better. That's it.
Just a smidge.
Race card.
Fuck you! I wanted to press it.
Look, I'm not saying that Burrow and Herbert are like superior. They're just a
Oh, wow! This is about to get animal farm up in here. All are equal, but some are more equal than others. Kind of shit, man.
I read that book in high school.
It's a good book. It's even better cartoon movie because then you got to read a book. Books are dumb.
All right, that's pretty much your Hurt segment, guys.
Hurts, don't it?
Say-o.
Excuse me.
Goddamn, Caesar did have something, but it's too perfect to not end on that, Scott. So.
Yeah, I did. No, just wrap it. We're good.
All right, yeah, we're wrapping on that one. Let's go back to
talking football.
Let's see what we're going to next. Draymond, the pitch clock, or do that hockey? Yeah, Mookie, we're done talking football. Oh shit, everybody!
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
It is time for the return of Do That Hockey. It has been far too long, Scott.
Not a moment too soon.
Scott, how invested are you in these Stanley Cup playoffs? Like, you got to be. This is just great TV. This is your favorite time of the year. Like, how you feeling right now watching these games starting up?
Colorado won last year. That's what I know. Colorado won last year. My team brought home the Stanley Cup. Then, things happened this year. I learned that Boston had like the best record. Or
hockey's the reason why we don't have our guest this week. Dick Runclair is actually at the Devils game tonight. She messaged me and was like, "Hey, can I push it back a week because I got these playoffs?"
Is she a Devils fan?
Whoa, hold on. Yeah, we didn't talk. You did not inform us of that aspect.
I have to talk to her about Martin Brodeur when she comes in here.
Yeah, he's okay.
I have plans. We're going to have Dick Runclair versus Scott in a battle of hockey experts.
That seems a little. We don't do the whole battle of the expert thing. It's embarrassing. For I feel
it's
like
a fan favorite, Scott. You've lost that crown to Ryan McCarthy. You lost that crown to Rusty. So you got to go. We got to see how you fare against Dick Runclair.
See how I fare against Dick Runclair. It's the name of my sex tape.
Wow,
that's crazy.
There were questions from the audience for you, Scott, about these NHL playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs. So I'm going to go ahead. Mookie, do you have any questions that you've got lined up for Scott?
I do, actually. Okay. I can wait to feed it in.
Yeah, we'll weave them in and out here. So first off, Scott, did the Hurricanes make the right move in starting Antiranta in net?
What the fuck is that?
You know what it is.
Took the words right out of Scott's mouth there, Caesar. Well done.
Minorities look up for minority.
I defer to my I defer to my
Minority.
disciple here.
Race card.
I mean, right?
It's not even February, too.
Seriously, Scott,
Not
like,
even
was
February.
that the right move, taking Rantna out of the net?
You probably shouldn't have done it, but here we are. Now you got to live with the decision you make. It's not the time to be second guessing yourself. When you get to the playoffs, what you got to do is make a decision and just stick to it. Live and die by the decisions you make. And sometimes this time of year, goaltenders got to be fucking changed out. We've seen where goalies get on heaters and guys that, have traditionally been great get pushed aside because, guy starts doing well. So you got to do what you got to do.
Who was
I
this
saw that
goalie
one
again?
time in the Junior Worlds Championship. It was crazy. They brought out Julie the Cat Gaffney to take the place for Goldberg. I'm like, what are we doing? And then it ended up working
trying to
out.
get
You
that
gotta
dub,
trust the
bro.
gut, right? You
Trying to get that dub.
You got to ride that hot hand.
This was the
Scott, I got
Devils.
Sarah pointing out that's high
Dude.
quality bullshit.
That's what I was just gonna say,
It was
Scott. That
so
was
good.
masterful, bro.
It
Like,
was so good.
Holy
It's why this is one of my favorite segments that we do, and why we can only do it so often because if
Okay,
we do
so-
it too much, it gets old. But it was magnificent. Scott.
all right.
This was the Devils goalie?
So, Mike, I don't want to tee him up too much, but I feel like this is the right time to feed in this question. Then, Scott, like, what are your thoughts on the Penguins' chances in this playoffs?
Well, it'd be nice if Sidney could actually live up to the promise that he once showed as the best player in the league for once. It's been years since we've seen that, but I know that he's got it in him. And so I give Pittsburgh a good enough chance as any when you've got one of the better players in the league when he gets his head out of his ass.
You don't think that their current situation makes it a lot harder for them to win the cup than it has been in years past?
Well, being eliminated does pretty much end that.
You fucker. You fucking Googled that shit, didn't you? And,
No,
oh, man.
No, Mike tipped it off as soon as he you don't think the current situation.
Mike, why you gotta
I was
say
just
that?
like, oh, okay, so they're clearly out. Like
I
way to
was
go.
like,
No,
Mike, that's a
Mike-
good way to word it.
No, Mike overplayed his hand on that one. Yeah,
Damn
gotta
it.
count that one. I've done
God,
this
Scott,
segment enough, you
You
fucks.
smart motherfucker. Because Mike, I was about to hit him after I was like, so you don't think the front office the front office upheaval or the things they have to deal with
Upheaval, good
outside the
word.
rink is going to be an issue, right? And then Scott would have walked right into the fact that they fired their GM and president is like, no, you know what? The guys are going to play on the ice. They're going to give 110%. And, they're going to go out there for 60 solid fucking minutes. And if it takes longer in overtime, and they'll be like, yeah, so they have actually been at home on the couch for 2 weeks.
Scott,
We kind of got it.
the transition that you made that was
it was so
perfect example
sharp.
of a defensive backpedaling, just cutting right at the right moment is exactly what that was.
You know what that is, Mike? You know what they call that?
Totally.
Hey, actually, no, you know what it was? It was where the defensive back actually gets beat, but makes the recovery just enough time to get the hand in there. Like the completion is right there in last second, just fingertips.
So I was going to say, Mike originally was going to say, oh, so you're saying Scott's got good hips. Like he's got good hips to turn on that. But now Scott came back and said, actually, it's really the hands that make the difference. I'd love that.
I was
Brent
falling
Fraser
down at the line of
classic.
scrimmage. I got hit with the double move. I was on my legs.
But
and I
you
was
got
like,
the
oh shit,
hand.
recovery.
See, and then Scott, that's where I'd love to see
You
your
were
Google
full on
form.
Eli Apple there for a second.
Oh. Gee.
Just burnt toast. Brent saying this is classic. Welcome to the first ever do that hockey that you're
Yes,
seeing,
sir.
Brent.
Yeah.
Because, oh man, it just
We
is
do
going to
that
get
hockey.
better here. Scott, here you go. Since Svechnikov and Steven Piscotty have been lost to injury, who's going to score for this Hurricanes team?
I'm sorry. Can you say the second one again?
Yeah, Steven Piscotty.
Cool.
No, wait,
Used
that's
to
a
play for the
string of
Cardinals, right?
What's
He used to play for the Cardinals. Piscotty.
Yes.
Right? Yeah,
That
that
exactly.
guy.
That's what I was going to
That's
say. There must be a
Piscotty.
relation.
that? That is not correct, but okay. Okay.
Nah, it's close enough. That's right.
It's close
Steven
enough. Yeah.
Piscotty. It's
Yeah. Also known as, related to Ryan Scone. Yeah. Steven Piscotty.
what do you think about his injury, Scott? Who's going to score on the Hurricanes?
I don't have anything for this one. I ain't gonna lie. I don't fucking know who's gonna score for the Hurricanes. Like, I couldn't name you a Hurricanes player over the last 20 years.
You couldn't just default to like the next man up. That's just what you
That's
got.
what I had in my
It doesn't
head.
matter
I
who's
was
on
like,
that
you know,
list.
it's
You
tough
just
when
got
you
to
lose
pick man up,
players.
okay? This
I
is
know,
playoffs.
but see, my calculation was, I was like, my first instinct was say, well, that's when you got to turn to the leader of the team, and leader's got to pick a team. But I was like, but this motherfucker's probably the leader of the team, so that's probably why the question's being asked. So I was like, oh shit, I got nothing.
Don't worry, Scott. I'll bail you out because Matt Barr almost made me spray all over my monitor when he goes, "Did Mike just pronounce that the same way as the cookies they give folks on Southwest flights?"
They give biscotti
Yes.
But also, those are fucking
Those shit are
fantastic.
fire,
I
right?
love those.
You know what
things.
kills
Biscottis
me
are
is it's
good.
like, why
I
can't I
tried to
get those
sneak
at
in
Costco?
any of those things. You can.
They
They
sell
sell them
them
at
at Costco.
store, dude.
Wait,
Yeah.
hang on a second. Wait a second. Pause for a second. Mookie, when did you change?
About what? Oh, earlier because I was trying to get the lights
Yeah.
worked out.
What the fuck?
Because originally I had the Ohio State sweatshirt on, and I was like, oh well, it's red. Maybe that's why it's chroma keying me as red. So I took that off. I put the dude shirt on, and I was like, well, maybe that's not enough of a difference. So I put the navy Notre Dame hoodie on, and then I was like, well, maybe it's actually this red chair right next to me that the light's bouncing off of that's making me red. So then I
I'm
made the
sorry,
shit
Mike
blue.
asked.
I am too. Good Lord.
Like always, I mean, this is definitely not my fault.
Way to over-explain the
The-
joke and ruin it, Mookie.
The answer to the question was a few minutes ago, and instead you gave us a detailed breakdown of what you actually did. Thanks.
Craft Brute Sports, come for the sports, stay for Mookie's costume.
Yes, sir.
Scott, here's another one from a listener for you. Is this the year that Toronto beats the Lightning and gets out of the first round? Pronounced every one of those words right, you bastards.
Damn it.
Suck it, bitches.
No, you didn't, because you didn't pronounce it as the goddamn motherfucking Maple Leafs.
Also, y'all know the answer to that question. Canada ain't winning shit, baby. The cup's coming back to the US of A.
Well, but Scott, is that true? Because it's never really left, right?
Well, yeah, but you assume that it's like, not just sitting there in some place, like not moving,
It's
like
like-
it goes back to the thing. So I mean,
It's like in
essentially-
neutral territory. It's like in
Yeah,
Switzerland.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's
Yeah.
coming back to the US of A. Like, don't you worry,
Nice.
Canada. You're not getting a touch of that fucking cup.
Nope. Speaking of not getting a touch, Scott, what do you think about Connor McDavid's heroic effort last night to kick off the Oilers' playoff run?
Connor McDavid is a fucking magician.
Dude, this guy is insane. Like,
But I mean,
okay,
seriously,
I gotta
like,
know.
he is
I gotta
really
know
good.
this
Like,
as a
I
legit-
don't know a lot about what's happened this year, but I know that he's played fucking lights out this year.
Okay, so if we're going to talk serious hockey, Scott, you fucked up because the Kings actually came back to beat the Oilers after being down 2-0 going to the third period at plus 1,400. Not that I was looking, but they came back and won an OT. Yes, we are all back in our lanes, and Sarah, I'm drunk enough to do what I'm supposed to do in this show. But because Mike asked, this season, like Connor McDavid's season has been phenomenal. The Oilers' offensive season has been unmatched for decades. They've had 3 players record 100-point seasons, which is unheard of, even in today's modern NHL, where it really favors the offense. And so, like, that's what everyone's wondering is, once again, the Oilers had a solid regular season with high-end offensive output, a little bit tighter defense this year than years past, but like, is it going to translate into the playoffs? And sure enough, first game of the playoffs, they're up 2-0 going to the third period, end up getting tied through grinded out hockey from the Kings, and then lose in overtime and are already down 1-0 as the 1 seed against the 8 on their home ice. Can Connor McDavid win a cup in Edmonton? Is that actually ever going to happen?
No.
That was the longest way to get to the question that I was going to ask was, which ownership is worse? The Oilers for wasting Connor McDavid in his prime, or the Angels for wasting Mike Trout in his prime? Scott, who's worse? Because those are some really bad ownership.
The answer's got to be Artie Moreno, because look, the cup was never coming back to Canada, baby. So as long as he's in Edmonton, my man is fucked.
Well, That's fair.
Better play for a U.S. team, baby.
But he's also Canadian, so it's going to be a hard sell. I was going to go the other way and say the Edmonton Oilers ownership group because they're trying.
I'm all the way in on the Canadians having to sell out to come to America to play for an American team to win their cup. That makes it even sweeter. It's like, oh, Connor, not only could you not win it in Canada, you fuck, you had to come over here and play your twilight years on the back end of some Boston roster or some bullshit like that just so you could get the glory to take back yourself. Fucking straight, what was that ass clown's name that left Boston and rode on the back of Colorado's roster there at the end of his fucking career? I couldn't stand that clown show. The fuck was that guy's name?
Ray Bork.
Yes, Ray Bork.
But I don't know. But I don't know hockey, so I was just guessing. That was a lucky guess.
Yes, Ray fucking.
Plus, Scott, they make more money when they come play in America because our dollar is actually worth something. Like he's also going to get a raise as a part of it. To the rest of the world.
Oh shit! I can't tell. As high as prices are here, goddammit.
No, Scott, America is always better than Canada.
Well, yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Like, okay.
Would you rather have a Canadian dollar or an American dollar?
Is Ray Bork the best singer to come out of Iceland ever? Or because I can't name a single other one
top
besides
three.
Bork. That's the only one.
Yeah. Easily. Were we talking Ray? Top 40 or are we talking like adult jazz?
Isn't Bjork a girl? We're talking about the artist, right? Bjork?
Yeah, Ray Bork.
Oh,
sang a bunch of songs in the 80s and 90s, played for the Avalanche.
No. I'm talking about Bjork. I don't know who the fuck y'all were talking about. I was like, Bjork? She just performed at Coachella.
Caesar, pass. Just say pass. Just say pass. That's how you get out.
I'm not going to pass.
No, but like they're just going to let you stand out in the end and get roasted. They're not going to help.
Who? That's fine.
Life, bro.
Scott, does anybody have a chance of beating the Bruins this year? Like, this team was historic. All of the wins that they had 12 losses all year long? An absolute historic performance from the Bruins. Who's beating them, if anybody?
The motherfucking 97 Red Wings.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay? Wow.
Oh.
What just happened, Caesar? What light bulb just went off in your head?
Did
you just finally get the joke?
Ryan McCarthy saying, I thought it was a Swedish chef. Bork, bork, bork. That's what clicked.
I still don't know if I'm right, but.
No, nothing about this is right for
Give
any
it a few
of us.
more minutes. You'll figure it out.
You'll get there. Just keep it clicking. All right, Scott, I have one more question. Mookie, do you have any more questions for Scott before I get to my last one here from a listener?
Yes, Scott. How much hockey do you plan on watching this playoffs?
100% less than I did last year.
I don't quite know how to make sense of that because the Avs are still one of the favorites out of the West, at least, if not favorite to win the cup after the Bruins. So you're gonna not watch anything?
Not until they get to the finals. I don't need to worry about it. Shit. Once they get to the finals, then I'll be locked in. Wait a minute.
So are you saying that you're predicting the Avs won't make the finals then because you're going to watch 100% less of last year when they did make the finals?
Yeah, whatever. When the Avs went back to back, we'll revisit this conversation. You said, bitch. How about that? How about that?
How about that, motherfucker? And I will reference it in August when I realize it happened.
No, I'll know way before August, you bastard.
Thank God for
one
Twitter.
Last question before we get out and do that hockey, courtesy of Tyson. That we're going to go back to the Hurricanes on this one for you. So brush up your Hurricane knowledge here for a second. Do you trust guys like Tuevo Teravainen and Shane Goatsberger and Jasperi Konami Code?
I mean, if you can't pronounce their name, how the hell am I going to trust them? Not a chance. Hurricanes going down hard, baby.
I thought Konami Code had a good shot. He's got a good shot to fill the net.
Oh, my God.
That's good. I like that.
Goatsberger, Mike. That's just artistry. Artistry right there, my friend. Goatsberger.
Appreciate you, man. I do what I can.
Wow.
That's been that hockey.
You took something French, turned it German, and then murdered the pronunciation. Well done.
Scott, do you miss doing that hockey?
I do, but like I said, I mean, Colorado won, and I literally was like, this whole season didn't happen. Like I never once like looked at anything. I was very out of it. I was like, well, that happened. So
you ain't the champs until you beat the champs. Ain't the right, Scotty?
More or less.
Which is
we'll
why
refocus. We'll get ready and refocus for next year.
Which is why the Atlanta Braves continue to be the only true champions in Major League Baseball.
The last ever true.
Well, no one's dethroned them, so they're still the champions, right?
Well, they will be for all time,
forever.
Oh,
until death.
DeJounte Murray thinks he's fucking him, and he just got sent to the floor by guys with bigger dicks than him.
Wow.
Fuck that piece of shit.
Is that like part of the stat sheet when you get the program? Is that why people pay for the program?
I don't pay for shit.
I like that Matt Barr pointed out in the comments, Scott doesn't actually know hockey. Caesar.
I mean, I've learned a lot more hockey from him than I have from Google.
Oh,
that's not good. Ryan said Caesar's expression looks like it's the buffering signal when my internet goes down. And then Sarah pointing out there's a race card due here. Can't trust if you can't pronounce the names. That's hateful.
Oh, yeah.
So that's going towards you, that race card. Mookie, are you grabbing it? Because I don't want to grab it.
Race card.
There it was. That's why I'm
learning.
I'm learning to pick up.
Me to be responsible. I can do things
I'm
sometimes.
Seeing Mookie move for the keyboard, and I know he's going to mess it up if I click.
Well, yeah, that's awesome.
And then Tyson hit us with a "fuck all you assholes." Very rude.
That's cool. Is that the beam? Is that the beam in Sacramento?
I don't think Tyson was lighting the beam in Sacramento.
Oh,
hey,
also, that's what I was going to say. Caesar, by the way, I wanted to work this in somewhere, so I'm just going to force it in now. I was talking to someone about the podcast I do, and like, oh, that's cool. Like, who do you do with it? And I was like, yeah, it's my college buddies, and this guy that started as a college intern is now just part of the family, and we've ruined his life as such. So, like, it's a nice little happy round table. And they're like, oh, yeah, cool. So you just drink with your buddies in court? And I was like, yeah, that's basically it.
You didn't tell the whole story. It's I drink with my buddies and ruin the show on a nightly basis.
Oh, no, I figured they could infer that much.
Got him.
I mean, that's to be expected.
Roasted. Hey, guys,
well done.
Before we spin the wheel again, let's check out a word from our...
Why does Trey Young have so little...
Loud? It's so loud. Let's check out a word from Caldera Labs. Scott, you've been watching your teams. Now, you don't have much to be upset about, but it's looking like those angry lines are disappearing. So not only is your team performing well, which is helping, but also you've got the good that is helping to get rid of these lines too.
No, well, and seriously, like the smoothness after 3 weeks now of usage is noticeable. Like I was a little bit skeptical at first. I'm like, there's no way that it's really gonna do what the fuck they say it does, but it works. I'm happy with the results, and even though my kids go every day making sure the anger lines will never fully recede, it has definitely lessened the impact of the anger lines on my face. Especially the smoothness of the skin around my beard is what's very noticeable. Underneath my beard, it's kind of hard to penetrate. But
well, yeah, that's
difficult.
Caesar,
but
how's
here,
little bro feeling? Little
bro, my brother's doing sick. But also, so I got some play recently when I was in Austin, and so not that I really ever have a rough patch when it comes to my skin, but I started using the base layer, the clean slate, just to moisturize and help my skin. And well, my face was being touched. They're like, "Oh my god, your skin's so soft," and I was like, "Yeah, that's thanks to Caldera Lab." They're like, "What the?" They're like, "What is that?" And I showed them the link, and they're like, "Oh, I'll get this from my dad."
Oh, I'll get this for my dad. There's nothing more awkward at the moment of mentioning her dad.
Well, if you want to get something for your dad, head on over to calderalab.com/craftbrewed. Let's go ahead and clear off this banner here so that you can actually see the website. calderalab.com/craftbrewed. That'll get you 20% off You can get the whole package, everything together, the clean slate, the good base layer to take care of everything all at once. If you just want to focus on the clean slate, that's what I did. I just went with the clean slate, and it is fantastic. No picking. We're 2 weeks pick free for my wife. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. Go ahead, Mookie.
Is this one of those sites that you're going to sign up to get a product, and buy it, and then all of a sudden you have a subscription and they keep charging you for stuff that you didn't actually want? Or do they respect you as a customer?
As long as you click the one-time payment, then yes, you get one-time purchase. Otherwise, you could sign up for a subscription if you wanted to and get automatic refills of the product sent directly to your door.
Wow. Way to flip that on the head and not make it sound as good, Mike.
CalDaraLab.com/craftbrewed for 20% off. Go hit them up. A couple more weeks that they're trying us out. So if you guys buy, it'll help out the show immensely.
Sell out.
All right, boys. We got to get back to this wheel here, and let's see where we go next. I'm really hoping.
Is a fucking bitch.
What is happening over there, Caesar? You're so angry.
Playoff basketball, bro. You know that.
Playoff basketball's happening. And the Celtics are up fucking 20. Now they're only up 10. And John Collins and Trae Young swear they're such bad bitches, but they can't do shit. They can't shake their ass if they wanted to. They have Al Horford point threes on their fucking faces, fucking frauds. Go back to the fucking ATL and Sibley in Magic City, bitch.
I really hope Draymond lands on this one, because if we have to go pitch clock talk after Caesar's rant right there and then go back to basketball, I don't think we're going to make it. Let's see what we got. Draymond or pitch clock. Oh, shit. It's pitch clock. We're going to talk some baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Fantastic. All right, listen, one of my favorite stories from the week. What is happening, Caesar? What is happening over there?
What did Tyson just say?
Good
now
Lord.
the Celtics are just going crazy right now.
Oh, that's what you were laughing at?
Yeah.
Well, you also missed out then.
Don't put the comment up.
I'm not touching shit, bro.
We can't. Not until they officially sign the deal. Listen, all right, here's your pitch clock story of the week. Cody Bellinger played for the Dodgers his entire career.
The Doyers.
Now with the Cubs. Chicago comes to L.A., so it's Bellinger's first game back in L.A. He gets up to the plate, and what normally happens in this situation, a big round of applause, a standing ovation for the guy coming back home for his first at bat with the other team. There is a thunderous applause, and then the umpire calls time, points to his wrist, and signals to Bellinger, strike one for the delay a game with the pitch clock. Bellinger gets hit and has to start the at-bat 0-1. Scott, I see you waving and nodding vigorously. Why are you anti the standing O for the guy coming back?
No, I am not anti-standing O. But let's be fucking real. If they're going to enforce the rule, they got to, right? And I'm not OWG enough. There should be some type of exception for this, right? I do believe that there's enough of these situations where a guy comes back and, they want to do the thing. And I'm totally for that. But there's levels to this shit. Your boy in Pittsburgh got a standing ovation. And they let that shit go on forever because it was the anointed son coming home. Andrew McCutchen had done many great things with Pittsburgh, was one of their best players, was there for when they, were playing well for the first time since Bonds. Totally here for that. Cody fucking Bellinger, you ain't did shit. You ain't shit. And guess what? You coming back playing for the Cubs. You didn't get traded. There was nothing sad. There's levels to the shit. Get your ass in the box. If the Dodgers wanted to fucking recognize him, they should have sped that shit up. But leave it to the fucking Dodgers fans to bestow that type of honor on Cody goddamn Bellinger. No, we save that type of hero's return for people who actually fucking deserve it. I'm sorry, Cody Bellinger. Get your wave, get in the box, and let's fucking go. But the Andrew McCutchens of the world, legends in the town that they played in, part of something, Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, exactly. There's levels to this shit, man. Some people earn the hero's return, momentary, like step out and everybody waves. Pitch clock shouldn't be a thing. But Cody Bellinger, get the fuck out of here. You didn't come close to that level.
There's two things. We can't quite compare Kutch and Bellinger in these situations for two reasons. Number one, Kutch is back with the Pirates, and it was his first at bat as a Pirate again in Pittsburgh.
Doesn't matter. By the letter of the law. By the letter of the law. Should have got a strike.
I'm saying the difference is he's at his home park now. In the home uniform. They're going to kind of give a little leeway there.
No. But the letter of the law says he should get a strike. But guess what? Because there's levels to this shit. My man got it. Look, because when you had Freddie Freeman, if this had happened this year with Freddie Freeman coming back to Atlanta, totally different story. Heroes welcome because of what he meant to the fucking franchise and all the things that he did. Cody Bellinger doesn't fucking get there. You don't get to do shit. You give a quick hand tip, you get your ass in the box before the pitch clock goes, or you get your strike, bitch.
Here's the thing.
He had a choice to make.
I think whoever was pitching for the Dodgers agrees with you 100%, because that's the other reason why you can't compare Kutch to Bellinger. When Kutch came out and the ovation started, the catcher for the team, I don't even know who the Pirates were playing, but the catcher called time, stood out, gave him his moment, let the pitcher walk around a little bit, let him sink in. The Dodgers did not do that. The pitcher got on the mound and got ready. He's like, I don't fucking care about Cody Bellinger. You better get your ass in this box.
This my man was my teammate 6 months ago. He ain't shit. Let's go. I'm trying to get this man out. Like, that's just the way the game's played. Don't be mad at the player. Be mad at the fucking game. It's real easy. What the hell?
Why is Caesar?
Why are you soliciting the group?
Hey man, I'm trying to give my man a chance to watch his shit. Like, come on, don't hate. Caesar needs an NBA TV account.
In the chat, looking for an NBA TV account in the middle of this very important Cody Bellinger discussion. Caesar, what do you think about the Cody Bellinger situation?
I don't give a fuck. He doesn't play for the Celtics.
So my there's your promo for the week. There's your promo.
I don't give a fuck. He'll play for the Celtics. So don't worry, Caesar. I got you. I'm about to roast these motherfuckers because the favorite part. I got two things I like about this. The first is that baseball is the only dumbass sport that gives standing ovations in live game action. Every other sport's figured it out. You do it during a substitution or a dead ball situation where you won't even run into this. But hey, baseball.
Hey, Scott, did you know that it's live game action when the batter is walking up to the plate? Oh my God, that's my favorite.
Also, the suggestion makes no sense on its face because what they get a mid-change innings. What if Cody Bellinger just comes up and tips his hat to the crowd and people will be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing? Oh, there's a breakage in play. We should all stand and clap." No, that's not how it fucking works.
No, that's exactly how. I mean, you can do it while he walks on the field. Is his position.
All those times that like a player has returned and jogs out on the field of an NFL game. And they pan to the crowd and everybody's standing and applauding and going crazy. Like it happens in every fucking sport.
It really
does. Every goddamn sport.
Also, none of that matters when I remind you that he actually got called for the strike on his second at bat.
Let's fucking go.
Exactly. See, Caesar knows what's up.
14.
Also that though. But seriously, it was the second at bat. So his first at bat, he got to breathe it in, do whatever, and no one called anything. It was the second at bat where he got the strike, man, which is completely fair. Like, fuck you, dude. You already had your moment. Get in the fucking batter's box. So there you go.
I really got
Trey Young.
I really got to stop just reading headlines.
Yeah, you got to stop
reading more into these stories.
Well, no, and actually, to be honest with you, that's the first time I'm hearing this. I didn't realize it was the second at bat.
It was the second at bat. Yeah.
Okay, but
it was the second at bat.
Was it his second at bat or was it the second at bat of the game? Because
no, it was
totally reading that wrong.
No. I actually read it because I wanted to watch the clip of it, and they're like, so as he stepped up to the plate in the fourth inning or something for his second at bat is when the umpire stepped out, pointed at his watch, and called time. It was his second time around in the order they got called for this shit. Which, to be fair, fuck you, dude, you already got your moment, where they laid out for it with no pitch clock or anything.
But again, I'm saying from like regardless, first, second, third, didn't matter. Cody Bellinger just doesn't. He hasn't earned that. Like it's not the same thing. Get your ass on the box. Like,
did he win a World Series though? Like with the team?
A World Series.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
Mookie, I'm not seeing anywhere that this was his second at bat. I am calling.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is the first time hearing of that. Like if that's true,
hold on. All right, fine.
Thank you, Gabe. I appreciate your contributions.
Exactly, Gabe. Thank you.
All right, you look it up because I think you're full of shit. While you're
regardless,
looking at
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Doesn't baseball love this shit? Like, doesn't baseball love
exactly
like,
it.
yeah, like, hey, he won us a world. He was on a team that won us a World Series. Let's clap for him before he hits the ball.
Yes,
so, like,
it's 100% a baseball thing
is
a tradition.
No, but not. But I'm not. But I'm just like. I went to the Celtics and fucking Spurs game, and they made a video for Derek White, and they played it during a timeout. Like every sport does this. But my thing is, like, I'm surprised they gave him like the fucking foul or the strike or whatever the fuck they gave him. If like they umpires know, like, hey, we're old, we like doing this shit for him. That's my only thing. Like, why'd they give it to him if they know that like they're old?
Yeah. So Scott, I'm gonna read this. This is from Yardbarker. It says, prior to the first game of the series, the Dodgers played a video tribute for Bellinger on Dodger Vision as he stood down the first base line while tipping his cap to the fans. He gave him a loud ovation. In his first at bat on Friday night, Bellinger was again greeted by more cheers as he stood outside the batter's box to let fans salute him. That led to the 27-year-old not being alert to the pitcher with at least 8 seconds remaining on the pitch timer, and he was granted an automatic strike before his plate appearance even began.
See, and that's funny because the article I'm reading on Yahoo right now says this.
That's wrong.
Well, that's not my fucking fault then, dude. What do you want me to do? I actually read this shit, and that's not my fault. The fuck, man? So goddamn journalism with this shit. Like, they should fact check some things.
Look, if the internet,
two sources, motherfucker, you lucky I have one.
If the internet misleads me, it's its fault, not mine.
That is 100%.
I purposely spread misinformation on the internet all the time.
Exactly.
Hey, while we're talking about baseball, can we get to the thing? Let's get to the thing.
Wait, we're Blue Jays hat? That shit's hard.
Let's do fire, dumpster fire. It's time to do.
Okay, all right.
It's time to do the Cesar edition of
the Cesar. What the fuck did I do?
No, you're gonna say because it's your home state. This is Texas by Texas, baby. Here we go.
But Houston has those, and it's hard as fuck.
Yeah, well, this ain't hard as fuck.
Let's do it. Let's do fire or dumpster fire. Get the imaging, get the fanfare, the music. Let's find all of this good stuff. Is that the right one? Yeah, that'll work. We have a new City Connect uniform that launched this week as the Texas Rangers have thrown their hats into the ring with the City Connect uniform. They will be rocking these next week. These uniforms: black pants, white jerseys, red numbers, black logo on the front with an all black hat with a white.
Are they doing like a Dallas Eagles
the Roman
thing,
numeral 9. It's supposed to be TX.
It's for Title IX. We love women.
Coming through for Title IX. Fire dumpster fire on these unis. Also, if you need another look, if you want a little bit of a closer look, I did snag this picture as well.
That looks cool.
With the 421 that apparently is a big date for Texas baseball for some reason, question mark. I didn't look too far into it. So there you go. Those are the Texas Rangers City Connect uniforms. Mookie, I'm going to start with Scott. Scott, go ahead. Fire or dumpster fire?
Dumpster fire. And the only thing like Texas about these fuckers is the spurs coming off the X. This is a classic example of who greenlit this shit. At Nike, they were sitting around, they're like, that's it. That's the one we're gonna go with. Because I'm looking at like Marcus Simeon, like all of these guys look like they're prisoners. They're like, here, you're wearing this fucking jersey, and they're like, God damn it, like you paid me millions of dollars, so I'm gonna. But holy fuck, we stuck. Like, there's nothing great about this.
I was gonna say, Caesar, you need.
Scott, have we aged out of baseball?
No, you haven't. But my guy, it's because look, Bear has an innate ability to wear shit that looks bad on most people, and it'll look amazing on him. He's just a dripper.
He's a dripper.
Mookie fire, dumpster fire on these.
They're terrible. They're so bad.
Yeah.
They're so bad. And this is one of those things where I think they started off with some good shit, like the spur on the X or the Title IX, like whatever. And then they just kept going too far. They stayed in that enclosed space and kept puffing glue way too long. Like, they should have stopped 3 or 4 hours before this, because this is terrible for a college team, let alone an MLB team.
It's 9,000 degrees in Texas in the summer. You know what we should make these fuckers do? Wear black pants.
And a belt. Like, for Christ's sake, I don't understand that with baseball.
I know they play in an indoor stadium, but goddamn.
Well,
my favorite detail on the uniforms, and you can't see it in these pictures, but on the one sleeve, oh god, teaser that. On the one sleeve, there is a animal that's like a panther.
Oh, the peagle.
With wings. Yes, it's a
peagle.
It's a combination panther and eagle.
I grabbed my peagle last night.
So I knew of the Dallas Eagles, which is I think is the first, because I'm a big Texas. No, I'm not a big Texas history person, but I know a lot about Texas history because I was born on March 2nd, and Texas was born on March 2nd.
And you were born in Texas by Texans, right?
Yes, sir.
By
Texas and New Mexico.
4 Texans, yeah, 4 Texans.
Yeah, it's a combination of the Dallas Eagles and the Fort Worth Panthers.
So my initial interpretation was that the Texas had a D and an F for like Dallas, Fort Worth, Panthers, and Eagles, but no.
Oh, so
but no, it doesn't have that.
That very well could be.
My interpretation is better.
It is still absolute dog shit. It doesn't read that well at all.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's definitely a dumpster. Are you saying, Caesar, would you say fire or dumpster fire, dude?
I'd buy it. They went from China. I mean, that's not saying much.
I'd buy one from China.
I'd buy one.
Dyson said the XFL rejected these. That bar saying the biggest of dumpster fire, absolutely terrible. The T looks like an F. But if what Caesar is saying is true, then that might actually be designed.
I thought it was also like an oil rig for a bit too.
Ryan says they look suspiciously like the Southside White Sox unis.
It's the same exotic lettering.
Dude, fuck it all. These they suck. Like, we're trying to tuck ourselves into like different scenarios where they're good.
There's no scenario where they're good. There's a
We're
couple
talking
of
about the real team
qualities.
for Mexicans.
Overall, it's just
And that's the Tampa Bay Rays.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Someone needs to claim Tampa because it ain't Tampa.
That's a good point, actually. They're one of the best teams in baseball.
Gabe saying DTF. That'd be great if that was the logo. If they were like, actually, we're trying to make it DTF in one
I
logo.
want to know if they got these unis on Etsy. Business dumpster fire. It looks like someone's aunt got way into calligraphy.
Yeah.
And Gabe, thank you for being...
The problem with it, too, is like, it's like the numbers. Like, okay, on Marcus Semien and fucking Seager, the single-digit numbers don't look too bad. But the double-digit numbers, look how fucking just messy it is. Like, yeah, it looks
Marcus
awful.
Semien play football?
Gabe correctly pointing out he's fact-checking live. 421, 1972.
421. Hey, what are our plans for 420?
There you go, fire or dumpster fire. Scott, I think we need to, here's what we need to do. You and I get together and let's rank all of the City Connect uniforms so far. We'll put out a list. We will get them ranked. We will decide with meticulous, down to the details. We'll get into the nitty gritty for each one of these. Why is this better than this one? We will rank each one of these and we'll post it somewhere. We'll keep a running tally as new.
Hey, no. But if we do this, I just want to wait until after the Reds, so we have both the Braves and the Reds in there. Like, I know the Reds is coming up.
It's like 2 weeks from now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So once the Reds release theirs, we'll at least have both the Braves and the Reds, so we can include them in the rankings.
Okay,
so
we can get started though. We'll do the pre-work and get started and ranking. When the Reds come out, bump that right up to the top, and we're good. Okay.
Yeah, no doubt. Everything we'll rank 2 through all of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is going to be great because you're going to do it live on air in the segment that we remember to do this in like a couple weeks, right? Like you'll just wing it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
When
obviously.
I'm thinking supplemental content too. Like we'll do the ranking.
Right.
Dumpster fire as they get unveiled, but then supplemental content. Hey, let's rank.
If you're gonna supplemental content this though, I do think you need to take into account the fact that like the Reds have a higher bar than the Braves because this has been such a slow rollout that because think about it.
Hey,
how long?
Corner, be quiet. It's okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
exactly. Be quiet. How long did the Texans have to come up with that bullshit compared to whomever the first City Connect was?
Right, they've been doing this for like three. This is like the third year.
Prepping this, yeah, exactly. And that's the fucking shit you put out. Like, are you serious right now?
I don't associate with them.
I'm not saying
you. Tides rise and I see you drown.
Tides rise and teams drown. Exactly. Like, so the Mariners better have a fly fucking one because they've had 3 years to prep plan and look at all these other idiots.
Bro, we have the best colors in the league.
Guys, next week, Biscuits got it. The new Copa series for the minor league.
Fuck yeah.
We do
Next
quality.
When they switch out the mascots all together and the team becomes the Chunklas, it's just
That's San Antonio.
So gold.
That's San Antonio.
I love it.
It's so gold.
I need to get the Decos hat or jersey.
Here's a baseball hat for you. Javy Baez. He's up to some interesting stuff this year, Scott.
Oh, the Tigers guy? Fuck that guy.
I don't know if you've been following Javy Baez, but he had a little bit of a rough game. He forgot how many outs there were.
He's a piece of shit.
Thrown out on the baseline, and then the Tigers ended up losing. Immediately after the game, Javy Baez was caught on Twitter liking foot fetish pictures.
Hey, we don't kink shame.
Dude, yeah,
I'm not kink shaming. I'm not kink shaming. You want to like the foot fetish pictures, Javy? Go for it. Maybe not in the locker room immediately after a loss. Like this man got done. They ended the game. He went into the dugout, grabbed his phone, and started just scrolling Twitter for foot fetish pictures. How long is it going to take for people to realize that pops up on people's timelines when you do that? Do you know how many times I have logged into Twitter and I just open it up and there's just somebody showing their butthole because somebody else that I follow liked the picture? I'm like, what if I wasn't looking at this butthole, but now I have to because at Booty Lover 62 decided to like the tweet at 6:30 in the morning.
And that kids is why you use TikTok.
What? I mean, you're not wrong, but what?
I mean, exactly. So I'm right.
Scott, did you see that story of Javy Baez?
I didn't until you had it in the rundown. And my first thought was like, Javy was like, man, fuck y'all. There's 162 of these, but these feet, man, they recycle these shits every day. Like we gonna play again tomorrow, but I gotta catch up on my feed, my man. Like, fuck y'all. I already got the bag. Y'all motherfuckers lost today, not Javy Baez. I'm winning with these feet pics.
Also, Mike, don't worry. He's apologizing because sorry, Mike, my bad. So
I saw Matt say, "Why are you following at Booty Lover 62?"
I was wondering that too.
Which name I should throw under the bus and just be like, "Listen, I gotta follow Scott," but I didn't. Why he went ahead and took it for me. Sorry, Mike, I'm bad. Tyson saying there's no wrong time to satisfy your urges.
I mean, how funny would it have been if he had been caught like during the game? Like they caught him in the dugout, like he's in the dugout just sitting there scrolling through, and then later on they time it out and it's like this motherfucker was liking mid-game. Like just on deck, just we getting ready to hit. Like, hold on a second. Oh fuck it, the pitch crack. I gotta go.
My favorite part of the story was every tweet that I saw about this story that was like Javy Baez caught in 4K liking feet pics. Every single tweet was liked by Rex Ryan, and I was like, damn, Rex.
He's like, hey, yo, I get it, Javy. I fucking get it, man. Like me, you. Yeah. What do you think I was doing on the sidelines? Why are you
looking so confused over there, man?
Because I keep Googling Celtics score and it gives me no fucking results. I know they won, but I want to see the fucking box score. But this dog shit app or website doesn't want to give me any.
Well, stop going to ESPN.com and go to Reddit, bro.
The Celtics won. Like, what?
Yeah, but I want to know what Tatum dropped. I want to know his efficiency. I want to know his plus minus because
He wants to know if his shit covered, bro.
Tatum had a 29-point double-double.
Oh, let's fucking go. PRA, let's fucking go.
There you go. Cover, bitch.
Let's go. W.
All right, a couple more baseball stories for you. This one out of Oakland. Scott, the A's are trying everything they can to get out of Oakland and move to Vegas.
Dude.
The latest story in the drama, the visitors team announcers had to broadcast from a different location this week because the visitors team announce booth was overrun by a possum that took over the announce booth and claimed it as his own. So people were afraid to go in because it's hissing at them and shit. There's like possum piss all over the place. And the announcers had to announce in a different part of the stadium that was partially obstructed by a pole. It's the most Oakland story I've ever heard.
It is.
The possums live.
Well, the best part is, too, there was ample space for them to find another spot in the stadium to broadcast from, right? Like, it wasn't like they were hard up for space.
They just went down to row 3.
We're broadcasting right behind home plate. We're sitting in the umpire's lap. That's how empty it is here. It's us, the umps, and the players.
Not anymore, though. Did you hear what the A's fans are doing? They're doing like the opposite of where you're going to go. They're literally going to the stadium. They're planning like this reverse protest where everybody shows up and fills the stadium to prove that it's not the fans' fault why the team is terrible, which is a very interesting attempt here to stick it to ownership. I was going to say, selling out the stadium.
You're going to prove you're petty by lining the owner's pockets just a little bit more on their way out of town. It's a bold strategy. You might have tried it for all these years you were trying to keep the fucking team. And when they were trying to, pay their players, maybe you should have staged a sit-in at all these games before they were leaving town. Like, I respect it, but it might be too fucking late.
We'll show you, you bastard. What we're gonna do is we're gonna buy tickets and we're gonna go to the stadium and we're gonna spend $30 on beer and hot dogs. And fuck you in your face.
How do you like this money, you sons of bitches? Look at what you've been missing out on for so long. We're giving it to you as you walk out of town. You're gonna miss us when you're gone.
What do you think Vegas is going to treat you like this? I don't think so, okay? You're not going to fill the stadium like this in Vegas time out of year.
That's like your girlfriend, like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. But before I leave, I'm going to suck your dick, okay? Like, don't worry. This is fucking done. Me, you, we've been together forever. I'm sick and tired of dragging your feet. But before I leave, I'm going to suck your dick, okay?
What?
Just to prove to you that this is what you're missing. This is what you're missing.
Does that happen?
No, it doesn't. But that's what A's fans are doing.
Damn.
Where would the A's go though?
Las Vegas, like that, like Vegas or Tennessee, like Nashville.
I mean, where are you gonna go?
You son of a bitch, Caesar. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. God damn it. Do you know what? You earned this. You fucking asshole.
It's like, does Vegas do want a baseball team like?
Matt saying that I just did the promo in the chat. So they're saying.
Like, I'm genuinely asking, like, where are they going to go? I don't know if Vegas wants a team like that.
Oh, they definitely want a team.
Vegas wants whatever.
Yeah,
Vegas doesn't
every team.
Yeah, Vegas is like, oh, is that a sports thing? Sure, we'll take that. Whatever. Expansion, your cities, we don't give.
Would they go to Montreal or would they go to Vegas?
Vegas.
Go to Vegas. Like,
they already experimented with Montreal.
I thought we already covered this. Nobody wants Canadian dollars.
No, not even a little bit.
No.
Well, actually, the Tampa Bay Rays ownership does, because for a while they were going to split the season. They were like, you know what, we'll do Tampa Bay for half the year in Montreal for half the year. How about that? Did that work out for everybody? No.
Well, yeah, see, but that's because they're like the opposite of Oakland. They're like, hey, we'd really like y'all to come and watch this team that's really good and can compete. What do you say, y'all? And everyone's like, nah, we're good.
Mookie, what'd you think about this this pitcher that got blown up on Twitter because he tried to shame the United?
Oh my God.
If you don't know the story, the pitcher is named Anthony Bass, and he tweeted out a picture of his kid with popcorn all underneath children seat, on the airplane, and he said that he couldn't believe that the United flight attendants made his pregnant wife get on her hands and knees and pick up this mess that his kid left behind. And then it totally backfired. People went crazy on him. He totally got ratioed on Twitter for it. But Mookie, you were all excited because it's another team FTK.
Oh my God, right? Like, are you serious here? And it's not even just FTK, it's FTP. You know what I mean? Because the thing that makes bad children is bad parents, right? And it's like this motherfucker right here getting all
shit.
shitty.
I won't have that fall on me. These motherfuckers got a mind of their own.
No. Hold on, Scott. Hold on here.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, goddammit.
Sometimes it's not the parent's fault. This is not that time. This motherfucker is like, oh my God, you're really going to make my pregnant wife clean this shit up because my children are unwieldy and just absolutely absurd as they trash things. Like, no, fuck you, dude. That kid's 5. Have them pick the shit up. You know what I mean? Like, are we really trying to raise that many more entitled children? And then also, if you don't want to take the moral high ground, you can take the comedic ground. Because this, bro, like, I get it. If you want to get shitty and you have a leg to stand on, by all means, but also understand your closet. Because dude got roasted.
It was glorious.
My personal favorite, and Mike, I don't know if you grabbed the screen caps or whatever, but someone retweeted it and was like, yo, if you've got a higher war than this motherfucker, hit like. And I was like, yeah, like, because his war was negative. It's like, we're better out without you, dude. It's cool, man. No worries. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite one was somebody had quote tweeted it and said, this coming from a guy with a 7.11 ERA this year, and just left it at that.
Right. Or the other one that was like, oh, you're mad that someone's having to, they're making your wife clean up after your kids. Well, how do your teammates feel like when they have to clean up after you on base? I mean, the guy, that's the thing. The guy is fucking god awful. Like, you look at his stats, which that's all baseball really is, his stats, and his shit is terrible, bro. Like, and then he had the audacity to say, like, hey, thank you for your support. It's like, bitch, no, your PR team stepped in and was like, hey, so we really don't want to spend any time with you because you're not worth any money, but I feel like we have to tell you that was a bad look because technically you paid us at some point. You should probably try to fix that.
I got to talk about this this Florida Gators home run celebration because we are all about Team Petty on this show, and this was the ultimate in Team Petty. So in the game between the Gators and Georgia this past week, Brandon Neely, the closer for the Gators, had a big strikeout in the 8th inning. He was fired up. He did that thing that college pitchers do, and actually most pros now, where he throws a big strikeout, he flexes and he yells. And apparently it was ump show time because then the ump tossed him, which did not sit too kindly with the Florida bench. Everybody was booing the ump. They're giving him all kinds of stuff. The Gators come up to bat, and Jack Caglianone, I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name, went ahead and hit a grand slam home run. Grand slam home run gives the Gators the lead, basically seals the game for him. As he comes around third base, he decides to show up the umpire who just threw out his teammate for celebrating too much. And he does so by leaving his arms at his side and robot walking into home plate. As everybody's giving high fives, he refuses to lift his arms above his waist because he doesn't want to celebrate and get thrown out of the game. I fucking loved this week. This was such a good way to show up a terrible ump. Scott, on a scale,
Hall of Fame.
Couldn't even get through the question.
Fame. I just want to know the only thing that's left to decipher from this is, was he thinking, if I hit this fucking home run, like, this is what I'm gonna do, or was it while he was like when he realized, okay, I've got a home run, like, how am I going to do this? Like, I need to know when that decision was made. Was it come up to the plate, like preemptively, like, I'm about to get this motherfucker right here if I do this? Or was it while he was rounding the bases, he's like, oh, I got something good for this motherfucker right here. Doesn't matter. Either way, Hall of Fame.
I feel like it was rounding the bases. Like he came around third and was like, "Oh, watch this shit," and then just
yes,
like power walk.
Yes, I mean, and that's fine too. But I would love to know like the exact moment when he's like, "Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do." But either way, mwah, love it, kid, love it.
Mookie, are you as firm and Scott with this as to how petty this is?
Mostly, I just would have preferred to see the actual video, but these stills
well,
work.
Look, there's
licensing fees.
Look,
and,
hey,
you got bills to pay. Like, come on,
Scott. If we're gonna be Team Petty, then let's be Team Petty through and through. And I'm just gonna, be petty and be like, that's a good looking photo and whatnot. But there's also a part of me that's like, dude, they were already beating Georgia by 3 when dude went yard, and so like, why is your closer getting that jacked over protecting a 3-run lead? I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, do your job, but Bill Belichick don't coach college for a reason.
They do the same shit against Miami too.
There you go. Not even original shit then.
No, as in like they're being petty with Miami. So Miami beat them the first game of the series, and as the guy was running the bases, he threw the U.
Yes.
And then the next day, Florida beat them like fucking 14-2. They run ruled them. And as the guy hit the home run to end the game, he's walking back and he breaks the U with his knee as he steps on home plate.
That's solid. That's pretty solid.
That was pretty
that's hard as fuck right
but
there.
But speaking of hard as fucking crazy times, so this past Tuesday, right, like last Tuesday, I was at a Texas baseball game. And mind you, it's Texas versus Texas State. It's not that big of a deal unless you go to Texas State. It's your Super Bowl if you go to Texas State. You play Texas on a weekday, that's the greatest day of your entire fucking life. So there's
not
a Texas
weekend,
State fan.
Weekday.
Yeah, weekday for them. It's their Super Bowl. They're playing Texas. Yeah. It's their Super Bowl. Well, the World Series since we're playing baseball.
Because they had to get that day off of work, right?
I was wondering how many times you were going to throw Super Bowl into a baseball conversation.
Yeah, no, it was the World Series. It was their WBC. It was their World Series. It was their gold medal match in the Olympics. It was the greatest thing they could ask for. It was like their Make-A-Wish, playing Texas on a weekday.
Their Make-A-Wish. Wow.
If Texas State had a Make-A-Wish, it'd be play Texas baseball on a weekday. Anyways, so Texas granted them that wish, and the Texas State fans went in droves to the dish in Austin. And my friends and I are chilling and just watching the game, and we hear some commotion because Texas had just got out of a jam in like the 4th or 5th inning, and one of the UT fans points at some other guy, like directly in his face. The other guy, you could tell he does roids or some kind of shit because his vein was popping out of his neck. He was like trying to go Super Saiyan type shit.
He just has kids.
So for sure, you know what he could use? He could use some cream. That's what he could use.
Got the hair lab.
Yeah. He's got to get rid of those anger lines
because his life is not going so good.
It will kill the roids vein in your neck.
He was like, "Did you just fucking point at me? Did you just fucking point at me?" And the guy was like, "Yeah, we just struck your fucking bitch ass out." So next thing you know, the guy in white from Texas State grabs the UT fan by his neck, like both hands, like this. "What about now, bitch?" And I'm like, whoa, it's a Tuesday. You have work tomorrow, brother. Your wife and daughter right next to you.
You better win this fight.
The guy in the usher's like, "Hey, get the fuck over here." The usher gets down there and they go back up and I'm hammered. They took away my phone. That's why you didn't see me do anything. I was hammered. I go back up because I had my film camera with me and I was taking pictures. So,
why did they take your phone?
Huh?
Why did they take your phone?
My friends took my phone away because I was too drunk.
Oh, your friends took your phone. Okay, yeah. I thought when you said that in the text, I was like, "Why did security take your phone away?" I thought they needed it for like evidence.
My friends took my phone away because I have this tendency to text people I shouldn't be texting when I'm drunk.
Smart.
Yo, is she hot though? Is she hot?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
So, I mean, look at me. Anyways, when I get up there and I take the picture, they're like, "Hey, like, what are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, it's like a film album I do, like heated fans at opposing stadiums." And they're like, "Well, this isn't the time, son." And I was like, "I think so." And they're fucking lucky that film came out like shit. Anyways, I'm walking back and I see the daughter and the wife. Why do you start that fight? Bitch, your husband did. Like, what do you want? And they're like, so I'm laughing, walking back to my seat. And they're like, why are you laughing? And I was like, miss, your husband has work tomorrow. I don't. I work at Target. He probably has a 401k. Why are you fighting on a Tuesday in a non-conference game against UT? Enjoy
in a non-conference game of all things.
Like, enjoy the game. Eat a hot dog. Drink a beer. Obviously, he had too many, or he had too many roids. Just go home.
Or not enough hot dogs. I mean,
yeah.
So what's the go-to at the Halo or whatever you said, the Texas
dish?
Stadium? The dish. Yeah. What's the go-to food there? Is they got the bucket hat nachos?
We have, since we're super capitalist, right? Like, yeah.
Yes.
We're
capitalism.
sponsored by Yeti. Yeah.
Ooh,
So we have these Yeti cans that you could fill with beer. So you get the Yeti can and a beer for $35.
Bro, now I know why you were hammered. Speaks
Well, no,
for
I just
itself.
bought so we also, since we're like Austin, keep Austin weird.
Yes, that is a thing people say apparently.
I drink ranch waters and palomas because they're like 10%. So after like 2, I'm starting to feel it.
Yes. Dude, the ranch waters, they have been flow.
Big out of my cheese.
They have been flow, man. You got to get the right flavor.
There's only
This
one
has
flavor
been
ranch
Mookie
water.
and the dog, everybody.
But yeah, that was my
He
Texas
took a
baseball
picture
story.
with his film camera.
Yeah, that was a sentence that was uttered on this show.
I have a film camera. I have a
Before we
film
wrap,
page
let's
in
talk
arcade.
basketball real quick.
Boom shakalaka!
Fuck Trey Young. Fuck Trey Young. Fuck Trey Young. Fuck DeJounte Murray. Y'all fucking suck. Green runs deep. 2-0. Suck my dick. Fuck Magic City. Except for when I'm there.
Love you, girls.
This has been basketball talk, everybody. Thank you. No, I got to know how, Scott, we've talked before about Draymond Green kicking in the dick, and apparently he's graduated and now he's stomping on chests. I don't know if you saw this last night, but the Warriors are now down 2-0 to your Sacramento Kings. Normally,
I did see that, baby. Of course I did. That's why I'm not watching hockey. Do that NBA, baby. We all in.
Like the beam.
Like the beam. Scott, a lifelong Kings fan for some reason.
Are you serious? Wait, this isn't a bit?
I gotta know. No,
No,
he's
this isn't
really
a
a
bit. I
Kings
do
fan.
like
This is
Kings.
legit a thing that Scott is a Sacramento Kings fan. He never talks about it because they're terrible.
There's no reason to drop truth bombs on me on vacation, you son of a bitch.
I want to see, Scott, if you can name, since you are such a
Kings fan. This ought to be good. Can we go back to do that hockey? I got a better shot.
I was going to say, Scott, are you a bigger Kings fan or Baja Blast fan?
Oh, great question.
I'm gonna
Baja
lean
Blast is good,
Kings.
though.
I'm gonna lean Kings, but it's slightly. I like to do
Just
my
barely.
Kings with a nice snifter of
Ooh.
Baja Blast because
Ooh,
I'm
it's-
sophisticated with my Baja Blast.
Scott, I want to know if you can name 3 Kings. That's all I want. I just want 3 Kings to see if you really know the Kings. Because if you can name 3 of them, I'll believe that you're actually a Kings fan.
Frankincense, myrrh. You said 3 Kings, right?
This motherfucker.
Oh, you didn't think I could go biblical with it, did you?
Hey, you didn't even fucking name the Kings because the Kings had actual names, not just the shit they brought them.
Well, yeah, that's kind of
Shout
part of
out
the joke.
Darian
But no,
Fox
like I
and
said,
Malik
I
Monk.
was gonna say De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis' son.
I feel like that's still credit. That's still credit right
Oh,
there.
that's 100%. That's what I've referred to him as all
Monk.
season. Like I don't remember. I never remember his
Kevin
first
Huerter.
name. I'm just
all
like,
season, all those Kings games you watched.
it's Arvidas' son. He's not your Vetus. He's Arvidas.
Wait, what?
His son.
Sabonis has a dad?
Oh my God! What? Sabonis has a dad. Yes, he also played in the NBA.
I was like, to be fair,
Sentence that just got uttered. Sabonis has a dad,
but like a real dad,
made in a lab.
Yeah, he was
like a real dad, like a dad in the league.
Yes, no. Arvydas Sabonis played for the Portland Trailblazers in the mid to late 90s. Yes, that is before you were born, but he did have a father who was mildly successful. And no, I didn't think that. God damn it. I was just trying to be funny. You guys can get fucked. That was the joke.
You're
goddamn all you Christians,
two
Scott.
Sacramento Kings so far, Scott. You're bailing here on this one. We need a third king.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, Malik Monk and Kevin Carter seem to be the
Kevin
easiest.
Carter, Kevin Herter. I'm trying to throw you alleys here.
Oh, man.
It's acting like there's a talkback button in the Scott's here.
Luke Monk, Kevin Herter, Mike Brown, Harrison Barnes.
Well, I was gonna say Mike Brown is the head coach. I know that much, motherfucker.
Mike
Don't I get
Brown,
credit for
after
that?
beating the Warriors, Mike Brown is now number 2 in all-time coaching playoff wins in Kings history.
Oh, God.
That's not a real stat. There's no way.
It's
No, it's gonna say because
No.
Look it up.
Rick
Yeah.
Adelman.
That's for
like,
Google,
did
Sarah.
the damn thing. Like Rick
For
Adelman is
Googles.
why I'm a Kings fan. Like
Yeah, it's Adelman and then Mike Brown for like coaching playoff victories.
I thought you said he moved into first. I was
no,
like,
second
wait.
place. He's in
Oh,
second
okay,
place with
okay.
2.
Well, yeah,
He's
no, that's
place with 2.
yeah, that's
Oh my
unfortunate.
God, Mike Brown
This
is
is
second
why
all-time
nobody
league.
knows I'm a Kings fan. Like Mike Brown vaulted into second place for that shit. So.
Wait, did he coach the Kings before?
No, no, this is his first.
he's only
go-around.
won- So he's only had 2 wins and he's already
Yeah,
in second?
Dude, they haven't been to the playoffs in
This
20
series,
years.
The Kings are so fucking bad.
Against the Warriors have
Yes.
put Mike Brown into second place
Yes.
all-time playoff wins in Kings
They
history.
haven't been to the playoffs in 20 years, dude. Like that's how bad this franchise is. Like this is
It's absolutely
Oh my
amazing.
God, Mike Brown's already number 2 in all-time playoff wins as Kings head coach after just 2 victories.
But
Yeah.
Draymond stepped on Sabonis's kid, Scott. Instead of kicking him in the nuts, he stepped right on his chest and then like pushed off and jumped and did like a little heel click too as he ran
Nice.
away. He got ejected from the game. The craziest part about this was the defense that people gave. So like Draymond said the reason why he stepped on Sabonis's chest was because Sabonis grabbed his ankle while he was on the ground, despite the fact that Draymond has done that exact same thing several times in the past. Like that's a Draymond move. So Sabonis grabs his ankle, Draymond kicks out of the grip and then steps on his chest, hops and runs away. And then Dame Lillard came to Draymond's defense. Draymond said in the postgame press conference that it was a great basketball play that he made. And then Clay and Steph stand up for Draymond saying, well, what do you want him to do in that situation? Like, of course, yeah, sometimes people get stepped on. It is absolutely amazing to me that Draymond can continue to be that guy and people just go to bat for him. Like you would feel like at some point the Warriors would be like, quit fucking costing us games in the playoffs. You cost us the series.
Look.
Cavs.
I believe you want to hit the conspiracy theory music for a second. I mean, I think that the NBA likes it like this. Look, the NBA at any given point of history has always had that guy. We had Rasheed Wallace, Dennis Rodman. Like, there's always a guy that just does shit that pushes it all the way to the fucking limit. And you're like, how is this dude even in the league? But everybody knows that guy's for entertainment. Now, you can't have more than one of those fucking guys in the league at a time because, then you have Malice in the Palace type shit. But you gotta always have that one unhinged guy who takes everything right to the limit and always has his, goody two-shoes teammates who are like, well, I mean, what else was going to happen in that situation, right? Like, whenever these guys do the most fucked up shit, the teammates are always like, well, yeah, I mean, it might be fucked up, but, like, what else was supposed to happen, right? Like, the NBA always has, at any given time, one guy that everybody loves to hate. And I'm always on board with that. Dude, I love me some Sheed. That ball don't lie. Give me Sheed all day. Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. Love that guy. Dennis Rodman the Worm. Love that guy. And my man Draymond. Even though he's doing it to my team out here stepping on chests. I love that guy, dude. I love him. And the NBA knows that shit.
Because, like, I'm honestly, like, what else would you expect Steph and Clay to say? Like, they're like, dude, that's Draymond Green. Like, have you met him? Like, this is what you get.
Okay,
like,
but saying that is totally different than backing up the actions, than being like, no, what are you going to do in that situation? There's a totally different way to interpret what you said and what they said. Two different things.
Well,
yeah, but
I got less to lose. I don't know.
You goddamn asshole,
go.
Scott. You said it. No.
Yeah, that was well deserved.
The Cavs are up against the Knicks right now, Scott. This is the first time the Cavs have been in the playoffs without LeBron since 1998. I want to give you three names from that Cavs roster. Yes, Caesar, I know. Shocking, right? You're back to the Google. This is the first time that the Cavs have been in the playoffs without LeBron since 1998. Here's three names from that Cavs roster, Scott, that I think you'll enjoy. Zdrunas Ilgauskas was.
Oh, that was the first one. I was like, I bet Big Z was still there in 1998.
Big Z was a rookie that year.
Holy shit,
man! And then playing with Zdrunas when they went big, Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp
from the Celtics.
Oh no!
Yes,
this guy.
Yeah,
Celtics.
When he was super overweight. Yeah.
Yes. And then my favorite member of that 98 Cavs team, Vitaly Potapenko, was averaging 7.1 points a game. That was the Cavs roster.
LeBron took these guys to the finals.
No. LeBron was 5 years later. Like, everybody but Big Z was off this roster that made this fucking playoffs. My God.
Yeah.
Z was
the Cavs made the play-in last year. I thought they made the playoffs last year, but
no, just the play-in, and then they got bounced. Future's bright though in Cleveland. Donovan's a beast. All right, fellas, that was our basketball segment. Let's talk about
Trae Young. Fuck Trae Young. He's a bitch.
I tried to avoid Boston. Scott, what was in your mug? Would you bang it?
I was drinking Budweiser Light because I hate Kid Rock and I hate haters. Drink Budweiser Light if you enjoy love, not hate. Fuck the haters.
If only Joe C was still around, man, he would have kept Kid Rock in line. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right,
he needed him.
Joe C, he was 3'9" with a 10-foot dick, and he kept Kid Rock in line. That's all I know.
Probably because he cockslapped him.
And that's 10 feet flaccid too.
Mookie, what were you drinking? Would you bang it?
Yeah, absolutely. One Punch Lager from New Image Brewing. Again, I had earlier this spring, summer, whatever. It's fucking solid, man. It's a light drink. It's got great flavor. Like, I'm waiting to hang up this fucking call with you guys and just kind of like see what she's about, you know?
Weird. Caesar, you were drinking a stout because it's always stout season.
No, I was drinking a stout because I missed the show last week. I was drinking Big Country.
It was punishment.
Smoked pecan and vanilla stout made in Texas by Texans by Fort Worth. That's not the fucking name of them. By Martin House Brewing Company. It was a great beer. Shout out to Austin, Texas for selling it to me. I miss Central Texas with all my heart. And go Celtics, go. Celtics pride. Green runs deep. I'm not drinking green beers yet because I expect to be in the finals. The green beers will come in the finals.
You expect it, but you won't bet your eyebrows. I was drinking Bell's Oberon Ale. It's one of the only wheat beers that I actually like. Would absolutely bang. It's a fantastic beer. Fellas, that was a show. That was a thing that we did that we put out on the internet, and people watched it.
Nobody knows why, but here we did it again.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, though. We really appreciate it. Be sure to follow the show at Craft Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Damn, it's a little loud. Little bit too much there off the wrist. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel and join the Facebook group. All the people that you see commenting about the show are in there. It's a good time. It's a lot of fun. And be sure to subscribe and review wherever you get your podcast. We're everywhere. It helps us more than you know. Also, shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content. Go subscribe and review all of the podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week, everybody. It will be 7 years of this show next week. Absolutely crazy. So join in. Maybe we'll plan something for next week. Who knows?
We'll probably forget it until this time next week.
Right, until the outro next week, we'll be like, oh, goddamn, it was this week. We'll see you guys. Cheers, everybody.
Spread love, not hate. Get fucked, haters.
Yep.
Hoop right now.